I'm Pam Hayes. Welcome back to our creative videos. I'm from Hayes Sewing Machine Company of Wilmington, Delaware. And today we're going to talk about how to hoop a t-shirt if I'm doing embroidery. And how the technique I'm going to show you how to do today is called floating. So we're not actually going to be putting the shirt into the hoop, but I'll explain that. So we're going to come over here. All right, I have marked where I want to put my design, and I have put a big old plus mark. You don't have to do that big. If you want to make it a little smaller, that's fine. Because this is a knit, I have 2 layers of a stabilizer called Sulky Soft and Sheer. All right, we're going to take a little bit of 505 spray, so I'm just going to spritz that up. I tend to spray the stabilizer as opposed to the shirt. Most hoops come with a template. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this in between the back and the front of said shirt. All right, and then to get myself where I can get this lined up and have it straight, that's where I'm going to use my template. Now, my design that I'm going to do on this shirt is a cute little koala that's built into one of the machines that I'm working with. So I have a little bit of wiggle room, so I can move it side to side and up and down if I need to. So my focus is just to make sure that it's squared up. All right? So when you're working with it, if you have a design that's going to obviously fit all of your grid area, you got to get right on the money. But if I'm a little off, I'm okay. What I don't want to do is I don't want to hoop it like that.
Yeah, no skew.
No skew. All right, so at this point, I have kind of...
And should we mention that grids have a top and a bottom?
Yes, grids do have a top and a bottom, and when you're working with it, I am just making sure that I can read the Bernina.
Can you put it? There you go. Exactly.
Okay. As opposed
to that way, yes, absolutely. And some of them have ABC on them.
Yes, ABC if you have like a baby lock or a British. All right, so we're going to come over to the machine, and what we need to do is we need to pull the shirt so it's out of the way. So you see how we started with right side, but see how now I'm going to tuck everything. And we're going to slide everything underneath. And I'm going to get my shirt out of the way. And you're going to be like...
You're going to need to get your head out of the way.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Get all my curls out of the way. Fair enough. All right, so we're going to go and see how we're going to lay it as flat as possible. And I'm feeling that I don't have anything there.
I'm just going to zoom in on it so they can see.
All right. So again, so see how I'm making sure that I don't have anything strange.
Okay.
Now,
don't want to have the back of your t-shirt underneath the hoop so that you can't get into your t-shirt anymore?
Not at all.
Okay.
We would use it as a sack.
Okay.
At this point, I need to make sure that the center of my design is lined up in the center. And this is a Bernina B590. And to do that, to check...
Give me just a second to get on your screen. All right, you're good.
I'm going to go to the pencil, the letter I in the circle, and you're going to see a word check. So if you do not have a Bernina 590, take a look. Again, pencil, I, you're looking for the word check if you have a Bernina. So we're going to hit the check. And then you're going to see that it puts a box around. And you'll see that that will correspond to the 4 arrows, one for each corner. Nice, not where I'm looking for. Can you see the plus mark with the circle? I affectionately
Bullseye.
calls it the bullseye. Okay, so you can see we're a little off.
All right, hang on for a second.
So you can see if I were to put my needle down, I'm about a 3/8 of an inch off. Not a problem. So what we're going to do is by turning the dials, I'm going to scooch it until I feel it is lined up where I want it to be.
All right, let me just show them that.
So see how when I bring it down, the needle down, I'm good. And you'll see it has moved my koala a little bit over to the side, but still within my area. All right. So like I said, at this point, I'm fine. If I had a design that was again filling the entire area of the hoop, when I hooped it, I would have to make sure I'm right on the money. So at this point, I'm going to hit the X. I'm going to hit my needle dot, dot, dot. And you can see again, it hitched it over to where my first stitching would be.
Point it out again.
Right there.
Okay, there you go.
All right. However, I have another awesome ability on this machine. I want to put a layer of solvay on the top. Because it's a knit, it has a little bit of a texture. I don't want it to sink down into my article of clothing. Can you see that there's a baste? It's a square up in the corner. I'm going to touch that. And what it's going to do, it's going to make sure, and you can kind of see it, it puts a box around. That way, I can hold my design.
Hold
My
your
stabilizer for the
your
design. All right. So again, I'm going to line this up. And we're also going to slow it down speed-wise. When I'm doing a t-shirt on a domestic machine, I'm not going Mach 2 with my hair on fire, okay? And make sure that the foot is going to be on the lowered side. And then at this point, we're just going to hit start. So you can see, again, I have taken it and I have done, excuse the nice dainty scissors. There you go. All right. So we're going to go. Now, could I spray adhesive this solvay on the top of the shirt? You can, absolutely. But sometimes be aware of it will leave the top of the shirt sticky. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm doing my project in the morning for the afternoon. Not that we would ever do that. Yes, not that we would ever do that. But it gets you. And there is our baste.
Lovely.
Now I'm going to continue on and do the rest of my design. And look, our koala is done. I thought the detail on his ears were lovely. All right, now, to get rid of the baste, you're going to take, and we're just going to, like all basting is supposed to do, see how we can just pull it? Okay, so we're going to pull it, and then we're just going to, and a lot of times we can just pull it, but see how it'll come away nice and clean for you. Okay, now on the back, we want to get rid of the stabilizer, okay? But do yourself a favor when you're trimming this. Always have the shirt towards you and the stabilizer away. I see a lot of people go like this when they're trimming. That's tempting.
To nick your shirt? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, to nick your shirt. So you're going to take, and you're just going to go about 1/4 inch once the baste is out, so I can go back in and get even closer. But again, when you're working with it,
And the point to the soft and sheer is that it leaves the stabilizer in the shirt so
Yep.
that when you run it through the washer and the dryer, you're not gonna.
Knits need to have some permanent stability.
Okay. All right.
And there you go. And we'll get this neatened up and our koala will be done.
Sweet.
Hope you enjoyed it and we will see you next time.